The reason why I think, especially in our era, or just generally, that South London is just a hotbed of talent, not even just in athletics, like in football as well, it's just because of the dynamics in South. It's just character development on a day-to-day basis.
I feel like most people are proud to be from South, especially when it comes to like stuff like entertainment, music, sports. We have a camaraderie that many people, I think they're jealous of. This is South. I don't know what goes on in them sides, but over here, that's not how it works. It's a completely different world. Like, that's how it is. Like,
in 2011, yeah, how can you have, so out of the three out of the 4 people who got the medal in the final for English schools, three of the 4 people training in the same group, coached by the same coach, me, Waz and Fred. Askman put Hernhill on the map. Like, obviously you had Jay Johnson, who I have a coach before that and whatnot, but it's like, at the time, the gene pool we had and the amount of talent we had at that young age was crazy. Like, obviously you had Craden and like South London Harriers who were doing stuff as well, but us man were doing mad things. Like, we was winning everything, Surreys, we was going to nationals winning things, English schools was winning things.
Tooting, there were bare people come from different areas and that. It was a road vibe, but it was a calm thing. Like, you didn't feel any type of way. Like, everyone just came to their track. More time, if friends just started charging, so man started jumping over the fence to get in. Yeah, Tooting was rough, but it was live still. Like, you wouldn't change it.
when I was in Dubai, when I used to race people, it was just so easy. Like, I used to just literally gap everyone. But when I came to Croydon, it was just like everyone was so much faster. So for me, it was just a big push.
We were just, I wouldn't say putting Croydon Harriers on the map because they've been on the map, but like everyone started to be like, okay, cool. These are, like, Paul's got a crop with him. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of people with him, and we all wanted to prove something to ourselves, something to other people. Like we're not here just to play games. Like we can actually run.
2012 times, we had like 3 groups in Hercules. So you had Mark Giroud's group, where it was me, Theo, Kevin Owusu-Manti, Jakob in that group, Guan, who coached Maximum Deli, who eventually these guys came probably 2014. I think 2014 kind of times. You had the Breches, the Nimi Kalades, I don't want to miss anyone, man. Chad Miller, there was loads of guys there.
Something like street athletics to like represent where we're from and put where we're from on the map. You know, it gave us that chip on our shoulder.
So we're racing everybody that's made it to the national finals from around England. So, you know, we're racing some of the fastest people on track, but do you know what I'm saying? The Kings of Souths just had to go up there and do their thing. And that we did.
Came second, cool. The prize was, first 2 got us a year's sponsorship from Nike. So I was like, rah. Man got sponsored by Nike before I even touched that flex. I was like, rah. You know when the rappers say man got rapper money before I even rapped?
Surreys was our training ground. That's a competition that I'll say made a lot of us the competitors we are.
I don't know, for me, because obviously a lot of people, my whole group was turning up. People that weren't racing were turning up. And it just kind of created, it was a big thing, because I think it kind of created a nice vibe that was going on. All your friends were there, some obviously family members were there. Obviously, because everyone was right there, it just, everything, the morale was just up. It felt like a proper big, it felt like a proper big competition to me.
English schools, that was the big stage. That was like the Champions League final. That was where really you're on TV, Sky Sports, everyone's watching. You want the bragging rights. You know, you want to get the love. And I think like English schools, that's when, that's what gave us kind of the clout or the recognition. Like, even winning nationals was great, but it wasn't on TV.
You know, it's the case of like, you told the man them and people in the end you're gonna be on Sky Sports. And they're like, raw, I swear down. I was like, yeah. So obviously we make it to the final now, obviously this is like BBM time, so you might BC round and be like, yo, like man them, I'm gonna be on Sky Sports at like 1:30 or something. So you're like, alright, cool. And then obviously everyone sees you on there, takes the screen munch of the thing and then puts it on there, or whatever, however you do it. Then they put it on the DP or whatever, and he's famous. Like, and so I know I had a picture of of the slow-mo throwback. I think I had one of those for the relay, innit? That was definitely my picture for like 2 years after that. Every time on my birthday, at least I saw about 20 of those pictures just pop up or something. It was mad.
The guys around me from South, Rich, Zanson, I'll just say those two. There's so many names, but those two, like taking off, making British teams, running fast. These times when I was in the ends, like, for me it was like, cool. You could be out with a man then, doing the whatever, or you can go and be up there and have a career, because they showed me clearly like there's no way, there's nothing stopping you from being able to do this. So many people, like, they can't see things, they can't see clearly, they can't see a path, and that's why they may choose to do certain things. But I feel like there was no excuse for me, because Wretch is coming back to the ends with a world medal. You know, my two older brothers, Zanson and Wretch, was out here. I remember they had one selfie at the time they took in their GB kit, like fresh, like off the plane, or I can't remember where it was, and like I was like, yo, this is mad. And I was never the type, one thing with me is I'm never the type to see someone close to me gaining success and be envious. It's always made me happy, and it's always shown me, yeah, this could be you. I've never looked at another man and thought that I can't do something they've done. And at the time, back then, I feel like I was falling into certain things, and it was stuff like that, just seeing those guys from South, from Tooting days, been there from the beginning of my earliest memories of track, and now they're on the big stage, the biggest stage we could be on. I was like, yo, the sky's the limit, Chad, come on, man. Let's go, stay locked in and focused.
So when it comes to track and field, like, there's a lot of beautiful things. Like, with this thing, you get to travel, you get to meet so many people, and then when you have that joy of getting a PB or winning a race, it's nothing beats it. But at the same time, the contrast, when you have a tough loss, or when things don't go the way you need them to go, like, there's a lot of learning, and it's a sensation you never forget. It helps you build and develop as a character.
As you probably know, there's a lot of people that do sports that are affiliated with music anyways. A lot of people have moved from sports to music. I'm one of them. It helps in a way because it helps with the connects. It just helps having more people around you that support your grind. It wasn't a thing where I left athletics and I had a lot of hostile people around me saying, oh yeah, you're doing this and that, or why did you leave, all of this and that. They support your decision, they support everything that you're going to do after your new journey. So yeah, it was good. It's benefited me, to be honest.
There's a guy called Keyshawn, kept beating me every single time I went out the next week, kept beating me, and next week kept beating me.
We were from like the same area, and I would say I looked up to him like, a lot. Not just like, we had a relationship off track and on track. He got a bronze at English schools. I'm sure he's got some national medals. You gotta be disciplined. I think that's the one thing that put him in the position he's in right now. Like, he's now locked up in jail, and it hurts me to see how things have gone.
I used to go into races thinking, you're not better than me, you can't beat me. That's my mentality. I think growing up in South London, that's just a thing for South London. Like, I think the area that I came from, this makes us competitive like that. So it's like anyone has a chance of rising up from where they are. So I don't use it as an excuse to why South London sprinters can't do this and that. But it's just that many people, I feel like, get disheartened, especially younger. A lot of people use athletics to get away from crime. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. In South London, it keeps you out of trouble. And that's been happening for many years. see many people step up, like come for a release, so they're not on the roads. So I feel like the facilities in South London, if they were better, you could produce more champions, because I think people actually do want to do better in life, and athletics and sport is a big thing, bigger than what people like think, because they're trying to shut down all these centres, but not realising that there's man off the street that would die to even reach a GB vest and to get paid on the circuit, rather than doing what they have to do on the road. So that's just the way I see it.
Speaking from my own experience, like either growing up in a funky area like South London, like just take every opportunity, because literally every single opportunity you take opens a new door, and I can say that for free. Like I've worked with people I never thought I'd work with in like Pro Direct and that. I'm in university in America for free. I mean, if I said that to my teachers how many years ago, they would be like, "Wow, like shut up." Like they would just be like, "Shut up and do whatever." So don't think there's always just one route in life. Like there's so many different ventures, man. So yeah.
Don't judge me, I'm so hungry. I need money, I'm doing fuckers. Look, we up again. Alright, let's get back to business then. Thank you, Lord, I'm alive and well. My family and friends just hugged my mum and left a kiss to something that I rarely did.